And welcome back to Flexible Games, where we are playing FortressCraft Evolved. Rush mode. Alright, so I'm crafting here the last 10 of the research pods that we need for metal alloys. So we've got the 25 XL and 25 basic done. So we are going to start this project and hopefully really push this thing to its limit here, because we've got all these to process. Should go pretty fast. We need the metal alloys because the excavator uses the advanced machine blocks, and we don't have the ability to make those by hand. From what I can remember, there's no way to do that. So I've mapped out all the ores here. So here's one of them that are going to come up. A couple come up over here. I think this is titanium. This one here is lithium. And I know the lithium vein is this side, so this tunnel won't breach that vein at all. There's iron over there. There is nickel way over there, and then crystal will come up right down there. And so these are all the main ores that we're going to need, and the only ore really that is really low in quantity is nickel way over there. There's only like 400,000 in that vein, so we're going to want probably to mine that at as high a percent as we possibly can. Get rid of some of these plants here. Trying to clean up my area a little bit. Make some room for all the eventual stuff that we're going to have in here. Alright, so how much iron? See, we're going to need a lot of iron coming in here. I really want to get iron upgraded or automated first, and then we can go on to some of the other things. There's still 30 tin plates in there. Maybe I think I made those. Yeah, I'm thinking I made those to actually use on my person. So you can see as we research, our threat level just goes crazy. But having all those generators is actually keeping up. I'm actually able to research at the max speed, so that is nice. I like that, because I want to get that going. How much crystal? We have 20 crystal on us. I think we're gonna need more crystal. So what do we need? Let's go to mining here. And we've got the drill motors, but we don't have any cutter heads, and the cutter heads are unlocked with this research, and it's done. Joy. Okay, let's go in here, and we're gonna need the hardened, alloyed, the steel alloy smelter, machine block assembler, steel cutter head. Crystal I don't think we're gonna need, just because that uses stingers, and we don't really have any stingers to use right now. Alright, so let's go to advanced machine block assembler. Oh, we don't have low-grade steel bars. So where is the steel alloy? It's probably under smelting. Yes, it is. Okay, do we have enough for another solar panel? I think we do. Now, let's take this. I need a couple hoppers. So hopper here. This will be remove. This will be add. And finally the steel alloy smelter with the solar panel on top. And this thing needs a nickel and an iron. Okay, so we're probably going to need another storage hopper. Crafting these things. This will also be remove only. Okay, so to start, I'm just going to craft, let's do 20 here, 20 here. And it gives us 2, because it takes 2 bars, you know, as far as the physics go, it takes 2 bars and converts it into 2 different alloy bars. But we should be able to then create the hardened machine block, no, the advanced machine block assembler. And with this uses crystal clocks, if I am not mistaken. So if we want, we're going to create another couple storage hoppers. You can see how iron goes quickly here. So yeah, low-grade steel bar and a crystal clock. And we don't have crystal clocks unlocked yet, I don't think. Boy, that is troublesome. Where is... It's in Crystal Dynamics, I'm pretty sure. If we hit H... yeah, Crystal Clock Maker. So we need Crystal Dynamics as well. And that is a little bit more expensive than I really want. Oh, okay. So... Well, I'm going to make a bunch more. I'm going to do 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. That should give me an even 100 more. And while that is working, we're going to have to kind of run these manually for now. Unfortunately. Okay, so there is another, what, 100 and some bars of iron. Really, we're not really struggling for lithium, but I'll grab it as I wander by. And let's see. Crystal is also going to be tough because we need to start mining crystal. And the only way to really mine crystal is with a steel cutter head. Well, we're gonna need something. We're gonna need something to start mining crystal here. So let's actually go up, because I'm gonna need a little bit of crystal to start this process. And in order to get that crystal, we're gonna need an ore extractor. We're gonna need a couple hoppers, which is just more and more iron, just constant iron. All right, so let's just smelt the iron that we've got. All right, ore extractor, steel cutter head. I'm gonna make one of those. And let's do an enhanced drill motor. I don't want to go all the way to magnetic yet. I want to do an enhanced. But we should be able to then create a few hoppers. More than that though, please. I want to be able to grab quite a bit when I come down. Okay. Now, let's go down and set up a little bit of crystal. Okay, so here's how I have this crystal kind of outlined here. This is where the cargo lift will come down and then it will load right off of this. So, as you can see, it's already drilling. And 1, 2, 3. And we've got 16 more crystal, just like that. So I set this up so I'll be able to send down a beam of power and somehow get a cutter head on that. I'm not sure. I might have to go down one more for that. So right in here is where it'll be. It's like that. So there's 1, 2, 3. So this will where it'll load from. And so one of these hoppers up here I can use to insert cutter heads. So there's a whole bunch more crystal. And of course, when I come down here again, there should be quite a bit of crystal sitting, waiting for me. And this cutter head has got, you know, a durability of 20,000, so it's gonna last a while. That's why I only made one of them. The real issue now is getting power down here, and you know, I'm gonna be using a lot of solar. So we're going to be needing quite a lot of gold for all those solar panels. And then let's grab some titanium. So titanium is really close. It's right here. So this is where I have this set up. So I'll be able to bring hoppers this way and hoppers back this way. And it'll leave this open for a corner power, and then a hopper here for crystals. So that's how I have that set up. I'm just trying to grab as much ore as I can for every trip. That way, you know, nothing is wasted. Every trip that I'm coming up, I'm smelting another 100 or so bars and utilizing all my resources. So nickel is the one that is the smallest. I think it's one of the smallest veins that I've got, and I really don't want to have to hunt down another nickel vein, you know, in the middle of my rush. So I'm gonna try to put, you know, plasma cutter heads at least on nickel. Come on. There we go. You know, I don't really have time to do the whole routine for you know, personnel lifts or anything. I just want to get as much done as I possibly can. And we're going to be using a serious amount of iron, so that's why I'm making sure I've got lots of iron. Whee! Okay. So, what do we have the most of here? We got a good amount of titanium. There's my low-grade steel. So I'm going to move those bars down to my bars. Got all this ore to get rid of. I did create a crate system for, you know, stuff that I don't need. Mainly, you know, plants, gems, stuff like that. Other things I'll probably find a use for. But overall, it's going pretty good. Soon as I get all of this stuff crafted, we are going to jump right into creating cargo lifts and everything. So the next one I need is crystal dynamics. So 5 simplified. Well, that's easy. That's 10 30. And let's see, what else? Crystal Dynamics. The 55 intermediate, that is tough. That is really tough. The 45 complex, you know, that's lithium. We got lots of lithium. But the 55, that is 100, 300. So that's 400 bars plus another 440 bars for the intermediate. Well, we don't have 440 iron right now. So let's do we have enough for the complex? I don't think we do. I want to let the titanium smelt down, get that going. I could create another smelter. I could do that, and that would speed us up a little bit. Can I create another solar panel? I can. So let's do 2 more ore smelters. 2 more of those. Now, what is this going to use a lot of? Oh, it's going to use a lot of everything. Okay, but we'll be able to smelt so much more with that. So if I put one there, put one there, do that, put a battery in between, solar panel. Now it's just a matter of the hoppers, and we don't really have enough iron to do too many hoppers. So once this is done, of course, we're going to be smelting as much iron as we possibly can. So I thought I grabbed more iron than that. Could have sworn there was more iron down there. It must not have been. Yeah, we're gonna need so much more iron. Holy cow. This is gonna be brutal. So the 5 Crystal Dynamics, the 5 intermediates, I have just enough for that, and I don't want to get rid of everything. So let's do 5. So that's 10, 30. So that's the 5 intermediates, and then I just have another 50 to craft on that. That is going to be so many bars. All right. Actually, one of the things I could do, I could do this, that, and share the hoppers between the two. So if I build 2 hoppers, this will be the remove only, and this will be the add only, and then this one I can put this in there and it'll smelt 2 at a time. And then it's just a matter of getting another hopper. At least one more anyway. Gold. It's like that. There we go. You can see how fast it's smelting. It's actually pulling it out of there really fast. So it's smelting crazy fast right now. I would actually need this to be a Tricky's hoppers in order to get that to stay as fast as possible. All right, so let's do lithium. We're gonna need the lithium now. We're going to need quite a bit. 45 lithium. 45 of these. That is 90. And then 270. So that's what? 360 bars of lithium for that little bit. That's quite a lot. So, of course, this is going to be a lot of running up and down. Look at that. It's finished already. That is beautiful. And now this will get low enough where we'll be able to push quite a lot of ore into it. And just a matter of getting it up from the surface, or getting it up to the surface. That is the tough part. And this one's just about out too. Boy, we go through ore pretty fast around here, which all this smelting is pushing up our threat levels. So yeah, I'm gonna run back and forth, deliver some ore, get some bars going, and hopefully get enough to at least start delivering ores to the surface. And that way we can really work on our smelting. So that'll do it for this episode, and I thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.